Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today we are playing the Explorer, and you can see for our character trait we have more tree spawn. You start with the Lumberjack shirt, plus 10% speed, plus 50% pickup range, plus 33% map size, plus 25% enemies, minus 50% materials dropped, plus 10% enemy speed, and minus 40% damage. So, what is the main part of this? Well, we have minus materials dropped and minus damage percent to start. Enemy speed is a bit negligible because we have our own plus 10%. This is actually better for the enemies than it is for us, but still a bit negligible. Overall, though, what does this mean? Well, it means if we start with a weapon that has almost no damage, it's going to be very difficult to do anything to some enemies. You can do a lot of different strategies. Personally, I like to actually try and kill the enemies that we do end up fighting here. So I think the Ghost Axe is a pretty good weapon to play. You can also go with the stick, a personal favorite of mine, and that is what we're going to be doing today. And yeah, overall, very simple character, right? You basically just have a massive map and you start with a lot more enemy spawning because of the map size, right? So it's not like they're all going to spawn in your face. They will spawn all over the map, just like they normally do. It's just that the map is a lot larger than usual. And yeah, we are going to be looking to get more damage percent. We do not want to lose any. Early on, we can go for some speed, luck, damage percent. They're all okay stats. Melee damage could be okay, but we don't want to do that quite yet. We want to look for these. And the tree, that is amazing. Tree is one of the best things you can find on this character. Currently, we are rolling for more sticks, though. We don't want to roll past 6. I think it's too expensive. So we will pick up the tree here and continue. Normally, we wouldn't lock the, or we wouldn't purchase the tree. We would just leave it locked. But since we rolled so many times and didn't find sticks really, we just went ahead and continued on, yeah. I didn't want to spend any more money rolling there. And yeah, we will just be moving around, trying to get as many sticks as possible. Or sorry, as many trees as possible, funnily enough. And that is because the trees have a chance to drop supply crates. I'm sure everyone knows this. But yeah, just want to share that. Get some luck and more sticks. Perfect. Can we get another one? We can. We can also get another tree. Okay, so this is one of Explorer's, if not his favorite tier 1 item, in my opinion. The earlier you get it, the better. It just means you will get more tree spawns. You see, we spawn 4 trees up here immediately. I'm just going to go ahead and go hit all of them, and then wait for the next set of tree spawns here in a moment. Where are they? They should be up already. I don't see anything quite yet, though. Okay, so we spawned 5 trees right at the start, and you see 20 seconds later, we spawn some more. I'm going to go look for them. That is 1 loot crate. Can we get another one? We are not going to make it here in time. That's completely fine. Speed are one of our best friends. Okay, you want to take speed and luck in the early game. Tier 2 upgrades here on wave 3 is quite lucky. Not super lucky, but it's nice to get something you can use. So if you find something useful, like max HP, you can go ahead and take that. Here we will be getting the little muscly dude soon. We will lock that. For now, we're going to pick up another stick and also lock the claw tree. Crit chance and melee damage is great for us. There we go. We finally got another loot crate. The more trees we break, the higher the chance we get more loot crates, right? More opportunities we get to get loot crates. So we do want to be moving around, breaking as many of these as possible. And that is what we need the speed for, because if you're not fast enough, you're not going to be able to do rounds around this massive map. You see here we have 5 trees in one area. We actually didn't get a loot crate, that's completely fine. The point is that we are checking. Nothing here, nothing here. I saw one down here. Okay, it's completely fine. We'll get more speed soon to make sure we can actually reach those in time. We will not be taking the gambling token. We want to get some speed from this upgrade. Wave 4, this is a 100% chance to be a tier 2 upgrade. So we are looking for speed here. Perfect, there we go. If I had to roll more than 4 or 5 times, I would be a little skeptical to continue. Or a little hesitant, I should say, to continue. So you should be too. You don't want to spend too much money, right? Damage, 8% for the bait is really nice for us. We do already have all 6 of our sticks. And you can see, even though we start out with negative 40% damage, we're actually still hitting for 19 per hit. on our tier 1 sticks. So basically, going sticks can kind of negate the negative effect of the negative 40% damage percent, right? Okay, put more simply, going sticks will negate the negative 40% damage debuff, in my opinion. And that's why I think it's strong. And that's because the sticks get stacking damage. The more sticks you have, the more damage they give each other, basically. So they all end up having massive base damage. So even if you do have a bit of a nerf to start out here with damage percent, you can recover from that very easily. Lemonade is great. Lemonade is great. We're going to take that. These are a little too defensive. We have so much max health. We actually want something more aggressive, like melee damage or attack speed in this case is even better. We'll be taking the bait and more trees. Okay, every single tree we see we will most likely be taking. Defective storage is not bad, but we do actually prefer to get things like the claw tree as crit chance, right, and more sticks as well. Click, lock this, and continue. You can see the tier 2 stick is dealing 22 damage. We have the lamp respawn because we bought the bait. They are no issue. You can actually just outrun them as I'm doing here and move past their projectiles like this. Right? That's it. Simple enough. And then you can full heal off of the trees. So that is where our 40 HP comes into handy. That is thanks to the sticks, of course. The sticks give us a ton of HP from the primitive weapon class. Or primitive weapon set, I should say. Here we go. We got another crate. Perfect. Another crate. That's 3 in this single wave. That is great for us. We do want to try and get more, of course. See a tree here. And here. I find the Explorer very fun to play. I don't know about you guys. The beanie is great. Hunting trophy. We do have a tiny bit of crit chance. And it's very early on. If you found something like this, you could definitely take it. It's not going to have a massive impact unless we get much more crit chance. But it will do something, right? And 15 luck. Again, this doesn't have to be luck. You will see things like this in your run as well. Any useful stats, attack speed, crit chance, speed, luck, anything could be fine. Even HP regen, armor, all of these could be okay. We are going to take that. The claw tree, melee damage, and crit chance. And more crit chance for damage percent. We don't want to take that though, because we would like to get more damage percent, like through the gentle alien. Plus 5% damage and some health. It's great. Another one, okay. Now we're sitting at 22% less damage, but not too bad. Our sticks are now dealing 34 per hit, much better than they were a moment ago, right? We were dealing only 22 per hit a moment ago. So you do want to make sure you're prioritizing damage percent upgrades. But if you get good upgrades, you should always take good upgrades. So we're going to come over here to break this slasher egg here on the left. We're going to keep moving around the map to try and find more eggs to break. Okay, they already spawned 3, unfortunately. This is one drawback for the Explorer. I think this is one of his weaker waves, because you can't actually move in time to break all the eggs, because they will spawn on the edges of the map. Even if you run full force through the center of the map in a straight line, there's a very good chance you will not actually be able to reach the other eggs in time to break them. So it's a little bit obnoxious, right, having to deal with all of these slashers. But it's not a big deal, you can just run around. You don't have to kill them. We do not want to take the weird ghost. The lost duck, though, we love the lost duck here. We definitely take that. And more speed, okay, guys? You might think, oh, 33%. Don't you usually say, 20% is mostly enough? Yes, but on this character, with this massive map, we really want to get more if possible. Attack speed is great. And more sticks are great, okay? Again, more sticks. Crit chance and dodge, minus a bit of range. This is perfectly fine. We will actually be taking this. And another lemonade we will also take. So lemonade, right? Increased HP recovered from consumables. So these fruits that drop from the tree, right? This fruit on my left, this fruit on my right, they will heal us for more. And since we have so many tree spawns, the lemonade actually becomes, a lot more valuable than on other characters. I think maybe the farmer appreciates the lemonade as well. We've already done a video on the farmer, of course. The farmer and the explorer, I think, can like the lemonade quite a bit. And you might be thinking, oh, why are you just ignoring all the enemies for the most part and going straight for trees? Well, the enemies give us half materials. You don't want to forget that. Killing them is not actually that valuable. What's valuable is farming trees and getting a ton of items. So all we want to do is ignore the enemies in the most efficient way possible. We can kill things, of course, as we go. So here I'll sort of move close to the enemies, right? This pile of enemies. And then, move to the trees and sort of just find a way to hit them as we move. But the important thing is getting the trees, guys. Okay, so in this situation, I'm sure many of you would take armor, because, I always say, right? Zero armor, if you get up to around 5 with 50 max health, you'll feel really safe. However, it's so early, we definitely want to take luck, okay? Luck here is great. It's going to give us a lot higher chance to find more rare items and more rare upgrades for our when we level up, yeah? We found a Cyclops worm that is great, and another lemonade. We also have rerolls that cost 9, so we will reroll one single time here. However, we didn't find anything super great, so just go to continue. If we found something nice, we could have locked it, of course, for the next shop. And yeah, wave 9, this wave is really easy. I always say this wave is kind of like a breather for pretty much every single character, in my opinion. Almost. Alright, there are always exceptions, but 99% of the characters really enjoy this wave. It's very relaxing. You just have this massive horde of like small enemies coming at you, and they are pretty much all one-shottable if you have been taking damage on in your run. So this tends to be a bit of a nice break from the other waves, which is a bit weird. I wonder if it was designed intentionally. I'm not sure about that, right? But I do think wave 9 is a lot easier than the waves, even maybe wave 8 and 7, right, on certain characters. Just because these enemies are very, very low HP, they're so easy to kill, so... Okay, we still managed to get 400 materials, even with our 50% reduction on material drops. And the snail, okay, this is a really nice item. It's only tier 2. I think this item is amazing. It's even better on the explorer, because enemies do have a speed buff here. Enemy speed 10%. This gets them down to only 2% additional speed. So this makes them a lot slower. Even if I wasn't on the explorer, I think I've shown on every single character I like to take this item. So yeah, we don't really need melee damage. We'd prefer to get something a little bit better. Okay, now tier 3 armor. This is great, right? You see it's much better than tier 1, tier 2 upgrades. Definitely take that. Attack speed and range. We are definitely lacking in the range department, so we can take that. And a bit of melee damage and crit chance is also really nice before we reroll and find ritual and another stick upgrade. So we're going to go ahead and buy the ritual first, get some lifesteal, get our damage percent even closer to break even. Our sticks now deal 45 damage each. This is great, right? Plus 30 damage because we have 6 of them. Plus 6 for every additional stick that we have. So those sticks, they deal massive damage. So even if you start out with, negative 40% damage percent, I think that is not a real debuff. 10% additional enemy speed, also not really important. You can just take more speed yourself to compensate. And the damage percent, well, you get so many loot crates from the trees that you can really make that up really quickly. As you see here, we already have 2 loot crates on this wave. And that is going to get higher. Unless we're really unlucky, in which case we will still only have 2 loot crates, but generally speaking, we should have a lot more than 2 by the end of the run. Or by the end of this wave, right? As long as we're diligently breaking trees. You see here, we have 4 now. I think we can still get more than that. And you can see I'm kind of running through enemies as well, right? I have so much speed, health, and I heal so much from the fruit, from the trees, that it's not really dangerous to take damage. As long as you're dodging the bigger enemies, then you should be fine. Glasses is nice here, gets our range back a little bit. We don't need sharp bullets. The bag. This is one of the best tier 1 items you can find on the Explorer. And you will find it very easily. You'll probably find even potentially the 3 limit cap. So you should take this when you do find it. Okay, guys? Melee damage is okay here. Stick upgrade. And continue rolling. Okay, nothing here. Baby gecko. I love the baby gecko for this effect here. It's very, very unnecessary, if I'm being honest, but I do really like it. So it also gives a tiny bit of range, so it's not, completely worthless. um, the warrior helmet's also quite nice. We do like our speed. But getting that armor and max HP is really nice. So we're going to go ahead and take that. As we know, right, 3 armor is basically a tier 3 upgrade. And 5 max health is kind of like a tier 2 upgrade. So it's almost like you have a tier 3 and tier 2 upgrade, and you only lose 5% speed, which you can make up pretty quickly. We will want to get that back though, eventually. I will say these pursuers are pretty fast on wave 11. They have the speed boost, right? We did get the snail to slow them down a bit, so they don't look that dangerous. But if you don't have the snail, and you don't have enough move speed, and you don't have enough damage, they will kill you. So you need to make sure you are taking enough speed in the early game. And if you find anything like the snail, or maybe the ugly tooth, for example, any item that can slow down enemies can be really helpful. Of course, that's only if you don't have the speed yourself, but yeah. Easy enough, right? Again, 6 loot crates, guys, okay? This is what I'm talking about. This is how we scale. We don't really care about killing enemies. This is an item that could cost us 100 to 200 materials, and we're getting it for free. So this is our strength, right? And we're definitely going to take this, of course. Because I have projectiles, we can go ahead and recycle. More speed, we lose some crit chance. Speed, worth it, we're taking it. Okay. Some luck is nice. We lose armor, not great. Speed for luck is okay. We already have 58 luck, no big deal. Some damage percent again. Piggy bank, also not bad. We can actually just go ahead and take that. Well, one time, maybe pick up a tentacle and keep going. We could take advantage of the piggy bank a little bit. Of course, it's not really efficient because we have reduced materials, so we have a lot less to work with piggy bank. But I'm just gonna go ahead and take it here. No big deal, right? This run is kind of already won at this point. As you can see, we made it through the hard part of the run, which is the beginning. But as long as you kind of follow along with how I was playing, I think you shouldn't struggle. Hopefully not. And yeah, once you reach this point, you should be very fast, right? Super tanky, and also dealing quite a bit of damage, even with just 2 tier 2 sticks. As you can see, right? We have nearly 60 health. We have about 30% damage reduction from armor. We heal a ton from the tree fruits because of our lemonade stacking. And then we have a ton of tree spawns as well. Just going around getting everything. I'm kind of just running through the mob here to get some more enemy kills. Again, 4 more crates. Losing some crit chance is perfectly fine. These stats are really valuable. This is not speed and lifesteal. We definitely want to take this. More speed is always welcome. Lose a tiny bit of dodge for some pickup range and harvesting, sure. And now we can actually get some more attack speed. Melee damage is also pretty decent, but the sticks have such high base damage that attack speed and damage percent tend to be better. You probably won't make it to the point where melee damage is much better than these two. Unless you're going in an endless run, that is completely different, right? We could take the acid. It's a little bit expensive. Let's go ahead and skip it. The dangerous bunny is not expensive for us. We'll definitely take that. Compass, more speed. And we get a tier 3 stick. And as you can see here, tier 3 stick deals plus 8 damage for every additional stick you have, plus 40 as of right now. 96 damage, guys. The base damage is 10 on the tier 3 sticks, yet it's dealing 96 per hit. So upgrading your sticks is also a very easy way to get a ton of damage on this character. I think if the Explorer, when it comes to endless runs, the Explorer is probably one of the stronger characters, because the scaling, in my opinion, is kind of insane. The more trees you get, and also the longer you live, the more value you get from all the loot crates that you drop from your trees, yeah. So, definitely a very strong character. I'd say for a 20 wave run, he's not necessarily the strongest, right? He's not incredibly strong when it comes to just playing out 20 waves, because he is a very heavy scaling champion, or character, sorry, champion. I keep saying champion in my videos, but my mistake, I mean to say characters. And you see we healed back up from our fruits again. The lemonades are helping us out. So if you do find lemonades, make sure you take those, right? HP from consumables up is really good. There's also the, I think it's the weird dragon, if that's what it's called, that increases healing. This is great HP regen. We don't need this. Engineering, killing a tree spawns a turret. So we have been taking quite a lot of compasses, which give us engineering. So we can take this for fun. More luck is great. Shady potion. I always praise the shady potion when we see it. Here we do want to reroll and look for something a little bit better. I think crit chance could be okay. But you know what? We're actually going to take... Yeah, we'll take some range because we're in the negatives. And another tree. Don't miss any trees. We have 4 at this point. This is one of your most important items. And the lemonade also very, very good. Very cheap items, both of these. And they are really, really good on the Explorer. Okay, guys. Now, we'll keep going. We have the bait. We have melee damage increase. It's great. Plus damage to bosses. Another bait. And also a clover. We could take that as well. So we're going to have a bunch of lampreys here, since we did buy a ton of bait. We need to make sure we don't just randomly die here by getting hit by all the projectiles. They have a pretty predictable attack pattern though, so you shouldn't die. You see I got hit by quite a lot, but I'm still not dead, right? So I'm just going to walk away now and go heal back up with my fruits. Healing up, healing up, healing up, dodging projectiles. Taking double bait obviously is the only reason we got even a little bit low there. You clearly, guys, you don't have to do exactly what I do, right? I'm I'm all for pushing the limits, so I tend to do crazy stuff sometimes. Or things that look crazy or dangerous. But you know, there's absolutely no need to risk my life for 8% damage. However, it's fun. And the point of the game is to have fun as well, right? So whatever feels the most fun to you, you should do when you're playing. Also, this wave is very bad for us, by the way. We do have to play very carefully. You see I was maneuvering through all the projectiles there. Yeah, so you need to be very careful here, okay? Not just because of the lampreys, they did put us in danger at the start, but you see as the wave moves on, a ton of enemies start shooting projectiles all over the place, and it's really difficult to kill them because the map is way too big, right? We can't actually kill them. So we can take the clover here, more tank stats, attack speed is great, a mastery is also pretty good. So this is a really nice weapon item. You definitely want to take this if you do find it. We could also take Rippon's hair and just say forget our crit chance. This is not a bad item at all. It does do a small explosion when you attack sometimes, right? When you kill an enemy, which can help us clear out bigger clumps since the sticks are a little bit weak at clearing out, you know, lots of small enemies. Unless they're all moving towards us, but of course that doesn't usually happen. There's a lot of ranged enemies in the game. We shouldn't really be focusing on killing enemies though, we should just be looking for trees again. Pick up these crates. And also, if we are focusing on hitting enemies, it should be these junkies, right? The ones shooting out all these projectiles. These are the biggest threats on the screen right now. They don't deal a ton of damage, but if, you know, you get hit 10 times in a row, because there's way too many projectiles, then they will kill you. I am still focusing on the trees mostly, and just trying to maneuver my way through the projectiles. I'm going to come over here to hit more trees really quickly. And easy enough. Look how many crates we got, guys. How many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Right. 9 crates here is ridiculous. Yeah, let's start, you know, picking up our items. Alien Magic, great. Cyberball, great. Lifesteal for harvesting, great. Bumpus, also great. The Schmoop, not so great. We lose some melee damage. But again, we have so much on our sticks, it's actually worth taking. Gentle Alien, sure, why not? Ball and Chain, not so much. Tentacle crit chance, sure. And a turret, sure, why not, right? We can go ahead and take that. Selling or recycling items is not that great. You lose a lot of the value, unless you have a recycling machine, in which case it can be pretty valuable. Okay, we are looking for some more tinky stats, like dodge. Perfect, we'll take some of that. HP regen and lifesteal would have been very welcome there, as well as maybe some more armor, actually. Could be perfectly fine. Like the duct tape is pretty decent here. I'm gonna take that. Medical turret. So we're never going to see this, right? The map is way too large, we're not gonna buy this. Ugly tooth, though, we can buy. Reroll one more time here. Get a mastery and another turret. These turrets will just be around the map killing things for us. And of course, the only reason we're doing this is because we did get the pocket factory. When we kill trees, you see a turret spawns. So we have just a ton of turrets spawning all over the map as the wave goes on. Here I am focusing on killing the buffers, which are these slightly bumpy looking aliens that move really slowly and run away from you. The buffers can be a little annoying, right? If they buff up too many enemies. I actually had a video on this as well, where I tanked an entire wave of buffed enemies. But you know, most characters can't do that because, you know, that every character has their specialty, and well, the pacifist is very good at tanking, so. Our job, on the other hand, is to run around killing trees and getting more loot crates. Okay. I tried to go for the looter. It's very greedy. I should have just gone for the trees. More speed. For speed, crit chance and dodge. Very nice. Lifesteal and dodge. Also very nice. Some harvesting. It's a little late, but recycling it for 49 when we could just get 40 harvesting is probably a mistake. We don't necessarily need this damage percent, even though we will take some more here. Some more damage percent. Shady Potion, and another stick upgrade. We're going to go ahead and take this and lock all of these. We're going to take all of these here in a moment. The Explorer is pretty interesting because he doesn't necessarily have a specialty, right? He's slightly debuffed. He doesn't have increased modifications. You just have a big map and more enemies and a ton of trees, right? Very, very strange. But I think he's pretty much just like an economy character. You just have so much inflow of materials through the loot crates that you get from trees that you end up becoming rich really quickly. And what that means is that you can just take anything that is valuable. If it can have any value for you, you can probably buy it and it will perform pretty well. Of course, in a shorter 20 wave run like we're doing here, you need to prioritize the ones that are slightly more important. Like in our case, right, we took a lot of speed early on and luck, then we took armor health, then we took damage percent, and then we started taking some attack speed, right? Things like this. Alright, we actually only got 3 crates this time. That's fine. Go ahead and take this, recycle this, and recycle this. And then we could take some more crit chance, why not? An anvil. This is a little bit late, but it will give us a few upgrades. If this were a stick, this would be just as fine. It would actually be much cheaper for us. This is very expensive. We're just going to go ahead and buy it though, why not? And then reroll for free one time. And yeah, another cyber ball. So see, even the cyber ball can become valuable. 53 damage to a random enemy when an enemy dies. 24% chance to happen, right? This can still be great for us just because we get so many stats that it actually becomes pretty efficient eventually because of the amount of luck and damage percent scaling that we get. Coming over to kill this buffer really quickly. Over to kill these buffers. If you see red enemies coming from a direction, you know there are buffers in that direction, right? Because the buffers will buff the enemies that are kind of closer to them before anything else. I'm kind of just focusing on getting those. And I'm kind of ignoring the boss, because you see we're so fast we don't even have to pay attention to him. It's actually more valuable and better use of our time to just go around breaking trees, get more loot crates. So that is what we are doing. Let's see, any more trees? There we go, there's 2 more. Come down here, another one. Just going around the edge of the map looking for trees to break. Okay, looks like that is it, yeah. So we end up getting 4 crates here, not bad. Go to recycle here. The dodge and harvesting. This is a little late, but we can take it for some more dodge. And we can also take this for some more of the melee damage. Armor and dodge again, minus health is fine. More speed and range. Take all of these. Speed minus a tiny bit of luck. We won't take it now because we are very fast. 77% speed at this point. Losing range though, completely fine. You can do that. And get a ritual soon. Yeah. Right, you see how fast we are at this point. And we are also dealing a ton of damage. Even though we haven't really been focusing on damage, right? We've been taking pretty much any stat that, like I said, has any value to us, we've taken in the later game. It's just in the early game, that's when you need to really focus on speed and luck, and then, you know, getting a bit more damage and upgrading your sticks. I'd say, if anything, most of your damage in the early game comes from upgrading the sticks, and then you need the speed to move around properly, and luck to get better, you know, items, better upgrades. Okay. And here I am just running around trying to get more trees so we can get more loot crates again. Let's see if we can get more than 10 this time. So our max was 10 loot crates in one wave so far. You see, I'm pretty much just ignoring the enemies at this point. Ah, we only got... How many is that? 7? Yeah, we only got 7 crates. That's okay, though. Get a book, sure. Pile of books, sure. Crit engineering, why not? Tardigrade? We really don't need this. It's not really efficient on us. Explosive turret, sure. Normal turret. Some healing for minus luck. We don't want to lose luck, though. More damage is great. And we can roll for more damage here as well. Or dodge percent, sure. We have 55% dodge, almost capped out completely. Go ahead and buy some things and go into the last wave. Another turret, why not? And that's pretty much it, yeah. The wave's about to be over. We might as well take this then and just end the run. You can see we didn't actually get to max out our sticks, but even though we didn't, our tier 4s are dealing 209 with a pretty good chance to crit and pretty good attack speed. So now you can actually kill the bosses, right? You don't need to focus on farming trees in the final wave, of course. And if we were to play, let's say, 10 more waves, at that point we would just be able to pretty much one-shot bosses. We would be making so much money, getting so much economy from all of our trees and loot crates, and from our stacking up luck. That is the Invoker down. So this is a very slow boss kill, of course, but not every character, needs to be able to kill the boss in 5 seconds. Nor can every character kill the boss in 5 seconds. It's not actually possible on every character. But you can see this is very safe. We have pretty much not dropped any health, except for at the very end here where I stood still. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. That is it for this video and for the Explorer. If you have any trouble or you have questions or anything you want to say, maybe ask me, discuss, then maybe leave a comment. And yeah, I would appreciate it if you maybe leave a like and subscribe if you did enjoy the video. And next we will be playing the Doctor. So I hope you guys come and watch that. And that's it for now, okay? So yeah, goodbye. Bye-bye.